morning, ladies and laddies. Alright, so I have some important business to talk about. Tet the Tetris board game. Um, Very cool. I'm a little surprised it wasn't made by Hasbro because they're like the source of 90% of board games. So it seems weird to take such a big brand and stick it with not as big of a brand. Uh, but that's not important. And I got this board game largely as a gift to my mom. She saw it like a month ago when we were both shopping at Meijer. I'm not sure if Meijer is a store in many other places, but imagine a Walmart, but like with less weird people and smaller bike sections and no guns to purchase. That's Meijer. So I ended up going and buying this board game because I was doing some overtime at work. There was like 4 people that called in, and they were like, "Can you come in?" And I was like, "Yeah, I spent $150 on buying more hard drives for my computer, so seems like a good arrangement for me." And I also got a $25 gift card to Meijer, which was a very cool gift, and it implies that there probably isn't a lot of overtime, and when they do call for it, they're like kind of generous on that. So I didn't know what to spend with a $25 gift card, and the only game at Meijer that was like in that price range was bass fishing. So I opted to just buy my mother a board game. And it's here. So the way this kind of works is you have like your cards you play, where you play, let's say you have this piece right here, and you play that, almost drop it down like it's Connect 4 board, and then you get to see your next piece so you can kind of strategize, like, in the actual Tetris game. The only real nitpick I have with like playing the game itself, for one thing, when you can hold pieces like you do in Tetris, but holding pieces like means you can like press L or whatever, and then you got the piece, and you can just drop that piece, and then then it continues from normal until you hold again. But like in this game, hold is more like you can opt to not use it, unless I got the wording wrong. But it implies that with this indicates the player has used their one hold move in the game. So one hold is not how Tetris works. It's kind of as many as you can, but you can't like switch back and forth with hold because that wouldn't work well with the game. But that's not where any of the frustration comes in. On this, Am I an Intellectual, a probably reoccurring video format inspired from me eating popsicles, I ask the important question, am I stupid or not? So one of the objectives in this board game, which I honestly kind of look at as a how to make sure your opponent doesn't mirror you. Because in the normal Tetris game, you get all the pieces in the same order, but like you kind of go at your own speed and you don't have to be like, alright, we're on this card now. But like, in order to prevent mimicking, I believe they added on this game. And it's very hard to get it on camera. And that's part of my problem is they have these little icons on here. And if you match a Tetris piece, like there's the yellow icon, so if you have the square piece and you lay it on, you get 1 extra point at the end of the game. So what was I foreshadowing when I said it's hard to capture on camera? Once you got all the pieces in, you can't fucking see it! Now I'm gonna play a little game in my hand so I can get like a pretty natural distribution of the little Tetris pieces. We're gonna stick the long boy in there and call it good. Alright, and we're done. So I know I right here because like it was the first one I consciously dropped in there that had the bonus point. And I can't freaking like you can kind of see it when it's not a color that matches. Like even from this camera angle I have orange and yellow, so I didn't get that bonus point. But like this one right here, like look at how I swear it's right there. Like you can kind of get it, maybe because I'm like holding it weird. But like when you're playing like in, you know, the freaking kitchen, you know, I was trying a bunch of different things. Like I freaking had my flashlight on my phone. Which I'm looking at it right now because I know where that bonus point was. And even then I'm still questioning if it's even there. It's rough. And so then, you know, we know that eventually this, or like this freaking stupid dinky sticker right here. And you can just peel this entire thing off if you want to. And it's like, we noticed it because there's freaking air bubbles on this. Like, the other catches in the light, that's a bubble. Alright, so in order to figure out the solution to this being so hard, like, how did they beta test it? It's like, what are the living conditions of people that are probably going to buy a Tetris board game? Are they going to live in a room that's basically all windows and all natural light? And going to be like, you know, they're the people that freaking have like their chips at home or like those bagel chips and the munchies? And like the good stuff right there? No, it's going to be the people that live in like half-lit homes with like they're playing on the kitchen counter because there's like so much mail on the table. So in order, and we played like 4 games and we were frustrated. Like we didn't even bother with the bonus points for a little while. So like we just took off this stupid sticker, which by the way it is a sticker, and we decided to make our own. At first we did just a color, which didn't work very well, so we ended up adding like circles around it and writing in like the letters, so like, you know, B for the blue L and like C for the long boy because it's like a cyan kind of color. We made like so many different arrangements. And then even then was the system of the freaking sticker is like, how boring is it going to be to only go after 4 different bonus objectives? Like, what if they like numbered the columns or whatever? So it's like the front side you can't see them really much at all, but on the back side it's like, you know, you can see it very clearly coordinates like a freaking battleship or something like that. And then it's like, alright, here are the random bonus objectives for this match or whatever for you. And it's like, you know, you kind of draw a card where it's like, oh yeah, bonus objectives for I hate this piece. It's like, if you get it in like C7, I don't know how many freaking rows there are in this, but I think you guys got my point, that you can't freaking see these tiles. Or maybe I'm just dumb and not an intellectual. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you are an owner of this Tetris board game, or you've kind of seen other games that kind of have that too. I can think of at least 12 ways to improve this. I mean, I kind of did one. Mother and I were talking about, well, one of the other things is like, the bonus objectives on this, they're like it's gonna get boring and repetitive if you play this game like probably more than like 3 times, which I'm honestly not sure if the developer of this board game intended for it to be played more than 3 times, but we're gonna play it at least 4. And it's like the bonus objectives are like gonna be the same throughout, so it's like gonna get kind of boring. I don't know. So what Mother and I are probably gonna do is we're gonna do like a almost kind of number it uh like almost like an Excel spreadsheet where it's like this is column A, B, whatever, then you got the rows as numbers. So that like this would be like C2 right here. Or I guess better yet, on this, you got a green objective bonus at uh, B3. We're probably gonna do it where it's like we roll dice, like my D&D dice. And this was Mother's idea. I'm not gonna take credit for this. Roll the dice and then have it as like, okay, the green objectives are gonna be like, you know, those, and then you kind of play towards that, and like of course each person gets their own different bonus objectives, but like that'll add more variety to it. Or another fun one, it could be like Mario Party rules where you don't know the objectives until the end. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, which maybe with this board game not being very ideal, it's part of the fun anyway. You make it a little more ideal, so you get more attached to it. Maybe that's what they intended with this game. But I'm sure 95% of people will go, I can't fucking see this. But hey, I guess they made their 1999 anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much, does it? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this. I mentioned my popsicle video, so if you're interested in what that first Am I an Intellectual video, watch that. It's fun watching me eat popsicles. I ate the rest of the popsicles. I'd be eating one right now for the end card if I had popsicles. Might have to get more of them. Anyway, until the next product I come across, and I'm not sure how to use it, I will be sure to let you guys know. Anyway, have a good one!